Most people completely misunderstand what it actually takes to start a company in Sweden, and that misunderstanding has already cost countless entrepreneurs months of delay, wasted money, and missed opportunities. Because here's the surprising truth. Sweden doesn't even use the term LLC in the way many people expect. And if you go into this process thinking it works like the US, or like a simple online registration form, you're going to run into confusion almost immediately. Now, imagine this. Michael, a software developer from California, decides he wants to expand his freelance work into Europe. He's heard Sweden is one of the best countries in the world for tech startups, with strong digital infrastructure, stable laws, and a reputation for innovation. He thinks, I'll just register an LLC in Sweden, open a business bank account, and I'll be operating in Europe within a week. But 2 weeks later, Michael is still stuck on basic paperwork, confused by unfamiliar terms like aktiebolag, frustrated by identity verification requirements he didn't expect, and wondering why nothing feels straightforward. And what Michael doesn't realize yet is that Sweden isn't difficult because it's inefficient. It's difficult because it is structured very differently from what most international entrepreneurs assume. And once you understand that structure, everything becomes dramatically easier. Because there is a system behind it. A logical one. A predictable one. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand it clearly enough that you could confidently navigate the entire process yourself, even if you've never started a company before. But first, let's understand what is actually going on behind the scenes. Sweden does not use the term LLC. Instead, the closest equivalent is a private limited company called an aktiebolag, often shortened to AB. This is the structure most foreign entrepreneurs will use if they want to operate seriously in Sweden, especially if they want limited liability protection. And here's where things get interesting. An aktiebolag is not just a registration status. It is a legal identity. It separates you from your business completely, meaning the company can own assets, sign contracts, pay taxes, and be held responsible independently of you as a person. But here's the problem. To create this structure, Sweden requires a level of identification, financial setup, and compliance discipline that many entrepreneurs don't expect at all. Especially those coming from countries where company formation can be done instantly online. And this is where most people like Michael hit their first wall. Michael assumed he could register from abroad easily. But Sweden requires verified identity through systems that are tightly linked to national databases. In many cases, you need a Swedish personal identity number or coordination number to fully interact with government systems. So Michael starts asking a critical question. How do people actually do this if they are not Swedish residents? And that question is exactly where the real insight begins. Because there are multiple pathways, and the one you choose determines how smooth or complicated your entire journey becomes. Now, let's break it down, step by step, in a way that actually makes sense. The first thing you need to understand is that Sweden has two main business structures for entrepreneurs. The first is a sole proprietorship called enskild firma. The second is the limited liability company, or aktiebolag. If you are serious about building a scalable business, attracting investors, or limiting personal liability, the aktiebolag is the structure you want. But here's where a lot of beginners make a mistake. They assume registration is the hardest part. In reality, registration is only one layer. The real challenge is preparing the prerequisites before registration even begins. And that includes capital requirements. To form an aktiebolag in Sweden, you need a minimum share capital. Traditionally, this amount has been 25,000 Swedish krona. While this is not extremely high compared to many countries, it still represents a commitment. And it must be deposited properly into a bank account or verified financial structure before full registration approval. Now, imagine Sarah, an online business owner from New York. She wants to set up a European base in Sweden to serve you clients more efficiently. She hears about the 25,000 krona requirement and thinks it's simple enough. But then she discovers something unexpected. She cannot easily open a Swedish business bank account without proper identification and company registration progress. And she cannot fully complete registration without proof of capital. So she feels stuck in a loop. But this is where it gets important. Sweden solves this through a phased process. You don't complete everything at once. Instead, you build your company in stages, and each stage unlocks the next. And once you understand that logic, the entire system becomes far less intimidating. Let's walk through the actual process clearly. The first stage is preparing your company structure. This includes choosing your company name, defining your business activities, and drafting your articles of association. These documents describe how your company will operate, who owns it, and what it is legally allowed to do. This is where many people underestimate importance. Because Sweden is very precise about documentation. The details matter. Even small inconsistencies can delay approval. But here's the payoff. Once your documents are correct, the registration process itself becomes very smooth. Now let's pause and look at what happens next, because this is where most entrepreneurs experience confusion. After your documents are prepared, you submit your application to the Swedish company's registration office, known as Bolagsverket. This is the official authority responsible for company formation. But here's the twist. Bolagsverket does not only check paperwork. They also coordinate with the Swedish tax agency, known as Skatteverket. That means your company is being evaluated from both a legal and tax perspective at the same time. And what happens next depends entirely on how well your application aligns with both systems. If everything is correct, you receive official registration approval, and your company becomes legally active. But if something is missing or inconsistent, the process pauses until it is corrected. And this is where timing becomes critical. Because while Sweden is efficient, it is also strict. And strict systems reward preparation, not speed. Now, let's return to Michael. Michael is still stuck at the beginning, but now he realizes something important. He doesn't need to rush. He needs to prepare correctly. So he adjusts his approach. He starts gathering documentation, researching requirements, and learning how Swedish company formation actually works instead of assuming it behaves like US LLC registration. And slowly, things begin to make sense. But then, another question appears. How do foreigners actually manage banking, taxes, and ongoing compliance? Because registering a company is only the beginning. Operating it is where the real responsibility begins. And this is where Sweden becomes both powerful and demanding at the same time. Once your Aktiebolag is active, you are required to maintain proper accounting, submit tax filings, and keep transparent financial records. Sweden has a highly structured tax system, and compliance is taken seriously. But here's the advantage. That same structure creates trust. Businesses registered in Sweden are often viewed as credible across Europe, because the regulatory environment is strong and transparent. That means your company, once properly established, can open doors that are difficult to access in less regulated environments. Now let's move into something crucial: taxes. Sweden has corporate taxation that is relatively straightforward compared to many countries. Profits are taxed at a flat corporate rate, and dividends have their own rules. But the key point is not the numbers themselves. The key point is predictability. Entrepreneurs often prefer systems where they can forecast obligations clearly, and Sweden is built on that principle. But here's where things get even more interesting. Many foreign entrepreneurs choose Sweden not just for taxation, but for market access. Because being registered in Sweden gives you credibility within the European Union ecosystem, making it easier to work with clients, partners, and financial institutions across borders. Now imagine Daniel, a digital consultant from Texas. He builds his Swedish company specifically to target European clients. Within months, he notices something unexpected. Clients respond more confidently when they see a Swedish business entity. Contracts move faster. Trust builds quicker. And negotiations feel smoother. And that is not a coincidence. That is structural reputation at work. But of course, none of this matters if you don't complete the setup correctly. So let's bring everything together. To successfully register an LLC equivalent in Sweden, you need to understand 3 layers. First, the legal structure, which is the Aktiebolag. Second, the registration process through Bolagsverket and Skatteverket. And third, the operational requirements like banking, accounting, and tax compliance. Each layer builds on the previous one. And if you skip a layer, the system will not break, but it will slow you down significantly. Now, here's the final insight most people miss. Sweden is not designed to block entrepreneurs. It is designed to filter for prepared ones. That means if you approach it casually, it feels difficult. But if you approach it strategically, it becomes one of the most stable and rewarding environments in Europe to build a business. So what does success actually look like in this process? It looks like clarity before action, preparation before submission, and understanding before execution. Because once you align with the system instead of fighting it, everything becomes predictable. Michael eventually completes his registration. Zara opens her EU-based consulting firm. Daniel expands into multiple European markets. And they all reach the same conclusion. The process was never the real obstacle. The misunderstanding was. So if you are planning to register a company in Sweden, the most important step is not rushing into forms or applications. It is understanding the structure you are entering. Because once you understand it, you are no longer guessing. You are operating with intention. And that shift alone can save you months of frustration. If you found this guide helpful, and want more deep, practical breakdowns of global business registration and international company structures, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more step-by-step insights that turn complex systems into clear, actionable knowledge.